listen up. You can be anything in the world, and God we trust.
Amazing people here. I have Brian Nagati, and I've got the world famous comedian Freddie Ramirez.
Good morning. Good afternoon, actually.
How's everybody doing?
I'm doing great.
Doing good.
That's great. That's great. You know, here on the show, we like to talk a bit about sports, you know, because hilariously enough, I actually don't watch much sports. But however, I got my two great friends here to kind of give me their opinions on their favorite sports and their favorite teams and everything. I just wanted to know what's the best sport to watch in their opinion, and of course I'll formulate my own. But I wanted to find out what's their favorite team, their favorite sports, their favorite just everything. What do they love about it? So Brian, let's start with you. Brian.
My favorite team is the Dallas Cowboys, NFL. I love the contact. I love how they play. It's something I always loved since I was a little boy. It's something I dream to play when I grow up. It's very appealing. You would like it.
That's great. That's great. I mean, so tell me, what's a team that you don't like?
I could say the Eagles because they like to start trouble. They think they're better than us. And we'll talk, we're better than them.
Sports this is starting to sound more like a gang war, huh?
Yes.
Those Eagles fans. Ooh.
They're terrible, man.
Well, Freddie, what's your favorite team?
Football-wise, I would have to say I am a New England Patriots fan and the Washington Redskins. New England mostly because I have a second family there. The city of Boston adopted me as their own. And, of course, as a Redskins fan, you know, born and bred, raised in D.C., so my heart lies in both. To what Brian said, man, football, there's something about football that just makes you want to watch, want to sit there and watch. You want to be a fan, you know. This team stinks, that team stinks. Both teams go out there and prove who's better. So there's a lot of trash talk. So, you know, the Cowboys are hated across America. The Patriots are hated across the world. You know, Tom Brady is like worse than Donald Trump, if I may say so, according to most people. But that's what makes football so great. You know, everybody has their opinion. And when it's time for game time, like when it's over, when the clock reaches 0, the winner officially has the right to brag. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's no, oh, if this happened, it would have been different, or if that happened, it would have been different. No, the winner officially has the right to brag.
So, I mean, what's a team that you hate? What's a team that you just downright don't like at all, you know?
Honestly, the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh.
Come on, man.
Yeah. I cannot stand anything that has to do with the Dallas Cowboys. I don't get the fanaticism. I mean, their glory days are done, gone, over. The happiest day of my life that occurred during my childhood was when LeVar Arrington forcefully retired Troy Aikman. So that was the greatest day of my life. And I was only 10 years old when that happened.
Wow. I mean, any comments on that? I mean, the Dallas Cowboys, just doesn't like them.
I mean, we're America's team. Everybody loves us. Just from hearing what he's saying, I understand it. It doesn't affect me.
Was the Dallas Cowboys like your childhood team or something? I mean,
yes.
Or was it something that you kind of like grew into? Like,
I say ever since I was a little baby, mom, fam from Texas, so just kind of grew into being more a Cowboys fan.
So when you were like a baby, you just said Cowboys, Cowboys.
Hey, yes.
Mine.
When I saw Michael Irvin on the field, yes. First time into a game, that was my first game. It was a Cowboys game.
All right, that's great. That's great. I mean, Freddie, I heard you mention your childhood. I mean, also since you're kind of new to the show, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about our childhoods as well. Sure. I mean, in your opinion, what's the most fond memory of your childhood?
Oh man, we're going back. We're going way back. I would probably say my fondest memory as a child would have to be, it would be watching Redskins games with my dad. You know, believe it or not, I'm about to commit sin and be a hypocrite here, but I used to be. I was once given a Emmitt Smith autographed jersey.
Wow.
So I was a Cowboys fan for quite a little bit. So one of my most beloved memories was my dad locked me in the basement. It was like, you're not coming out until you become a Redskins fan. So that lasted for about 3 hours, and I converted. So I became a Redskins fan. So that's probably one of the funniest memories of my childhood.
Of course, all the food's inside the kitchen.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Inside the basement.
Yeah, absolutely. I had my own playroom down there, so I wasn't really bored or lonely. So I was fine.
Like 4 hours later.
Yeah,
"I'm
4 hours
hungry."
later, I was like, God, I'm sorry. Dad, I'm sorry.
What about you, Brian? Okay, well, what's the most fondest childhood memory that you can remember?
Dealing with football,
Mm-hmm.
I would say when I was like, say 10, 11 years old, my dad and my brother just watching football in like, a little basement, just big screen TV, popcorn, everything. As a family, just watching football and something like every Sunday, that's what we did.
I gotta ask, like, what was your favorite food to eat while watching football?
I would say pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Yep.
Papa John's.
Papa John.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We have a lot more in common than you think. Wow.
Yeah.
What about you, Freddie? What's your favorite food to eat?
Oh man, I would have to say, man, wings and nachos. Like between those two, those are my lethal weaknesses. Go to a party, hey, we got wings, we got nachos. Like, I'm staying for the whole game. I'll stay for Monday Night Football if I have to.
That is the best, I'm sure.
It's amazing.
Speaking of TV, actually, other than football, let's kind of get a little bit more personal, I guess. What's your favorite childhood shows? Since we're still trying to keep in the realm of your childhood and everything, because man, everybody has their favorite shows. You know.
I mean, I could say my favorite childhood TV show, I'll say Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, I was a big Black
Oh boy.
Ranger and white Power Ranger. That was my best.
Did you know that they're actually coming out with a movie?
Yeah, I just found out like 2 days ago on Twitter. I'm like, wow. I mean, I'm going to see it next year when it comes out. That's a must see.
Everybody, be sure to check out the Power Rangers movie when it comes out, okay? Because man. So, Freddie, what about you? What was your favorite childhood show?
Oh man, we're really taking me back here. Bobby's World.
Ooh,
I don't
Bobby's
know
World.
if anybody remembers Bobby's World.
I remember it, yes.
But yeah, if you remember Howie Mandel, everybody knows Howie Mandel from Let's Make a Deal, but not a lot of people know that he's a stand-up comic. So Howie Mandel created a show about his life as a child through the perspective of his own brain. So every episode was a childhood memory. So that was pretty funny. That and of course Brian said Power Rangers, and I'd have to say my last one was the Magic School Bus. I was
Oh,
a huge
man,
fan of that
yes.
show.
I used to wake up almost every morning hearing that
Yeah,
theme song. I tell you.
exactly.
Really?
So, Freddie, I gotta ask. I know I told you that you're a really amazing comedian, and
Thank you.
I just gotta say, what's some of the trials and just tough bearings that you have to bear when it comes to being a comedian?
Well, as far as material-wise, or what are the things that I went through to become a comedian?
Exactly. Yes. What are some of the hardships that you kind of went through to become a comedian?
Oh man, a lot of it has to do with my own family. I mean, nothing that my family's bad, but at one point or another, it all started back in 2013. I was just going through a really bad time. I lost both my grandmothers suddenly.
Oh boy, I'm sorry.
Yeah, a 10-month relationship with a girl ended, and I found out that my brother was getting deployed overseas for the first time. So he's a sergeant in the Army. So
Oh, that's great.
he was headed for his first deployment. So it was really hard. I didn't have it in me to just sit in the house and wallow. So I Googled stand-up comedians, stand-up comedy in Maryland, and took my first show in 2013, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Wow, wow. I mean, shout outs to your brother here.
Thank
yeah,
you.
going overseas. Wow, I have a lot of respect for him now. Wow.
Thank you so much.
But guys, I gotta tell you, it has been really great having you guys here with us. I mean, I gotta tell you, finding out about your brother, the hardships about comedians, sports, just all of this, I love it, and being able to have you guys on the show is really great. So
Thanks for having us.
Thank
man.
you so much, man. It's an honor to be here.
So that about wraps it up for our show. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to say, we had a blast here, and I hope you did too. So please join us next week for another amazing show. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be. I know I can. I know I can. Be what I wanna be. Be what I wanna be. If I work hard at it, if I work hard at it, I'll be where I wanna be. I'll be where I wanna be.
Be boys boys and girls, listen up. You can be anything in the world, and God we trust, an architect, doctor.